Well, it's the next day. I've gotten all the front suspension off, and an interesting well, I found something interesting about the floor. The floor at the front was being held here by 4 pieces. You can see that location there. So you can see this lower wishbone. This piece was basically in the floor. So there's 4 of these at the front and three of these at the rear, and that is basically what's holding the floor to the car. So this oil filter is also mounted to the floor with more bolts jutting out from underneath. I'm going to make another bracket, probably linked to that chassis member there or something. So that we can remove this fuel pump and also remove all that fuel line as well. I'm just going to chop out this brake line and replace it with a braided piece. Okay. I've just made a discovery here in the pedal box that I'm not too happy about. This pedal set has actually been moved backwards from its original location. That's a good thing. I'm a very tall driver and I really need the space. But it's not actually been mounted to anything but the floor. You can see, if we look underneath the floor, instead of being mounted to the chassis, it's actually mounted, get the camera under here, on a panel to the floor, which I don't think is right. So that's going to be an extra bit of work to do. I've gone about as far as I can go. I've lost my 14mm spanner as well, which I don't know where it's gone, but it's here somewhere. Unfortunately, I can't get the floor off. The floor is being mounted by the lower wishbone chassis mounting points, which have been removed. The rear wishbone or A-arm mounting points, but it's also being mounted by the engine mount and the gearbox mount, which are in the middle of the car. So the floor is going to stay for the time being, but everything that can be removed at this stage has been removed. The only thing left on the car that I'd like to have taken off is the pedal box, but that's also mounted to the floor as well. So that's going to have to come later, but that's fine. We can sort that out, no problem whatsoever. The next task is to clean up the build table, because it is just a sea of bits at the moment, and then put that all together in a box, put all those parts in a box or mounted somewhere out the way, put the car on the build table. Tomorrow I think we'll do that and start cracking on with the modifications.